Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to openly share how I actually lost around 170K, probably the best client of ours. And this was during a headless CMS migration. This happened a few years ago, when I decided to build a focused expert company only around composable and headless development. Working with millions and million dollar company was very still. I mean, it was very new to us at that point of time. This mistake happened just 2 months after a major pivot. Before that, we were the type of company who used to do anything and everything for anyone and everyone. We used to build software for anyone and everyone. But delivering consistent results, consistent quality became really tough. So we had to change and shift our focus only on helping company maximize conversions, optimize their teams, and through naturally headless CMS migration became a big part of that shift. So this video is going to really help you out understand what kind of mistakes you shouldn't be doing, what a bad migration can actually cost you, and how you can avoid these pitfalls by planning it correctly. So as all of my videos have this one section, who this video is for, I'm going to come to that topic. If you are a founder, co-founder, a CTO, any C-level executives, right? You are paid for the decisions that you make, not for the hours that you work. So anything that you decide is going to impact your organization, like the way our wrong decisions made us lose 170K. We just don't want any other people to do that. So I'm going to talk about the client here. The client was a 50 million annual recurring revenue company in the space of healthcare. They were predominantly on WordPress. They wanted to move to headless CMS for better speed, stronger security, and exactly why they reached out to us. We signed the NDAs, we signed SLAs. We had a fixed timeline of around 3 to 4 months for development. They had a design team. We had developers in-house for front end, for headless CMS. We had to do the headless CMS part of front end in Next.js, mix panel analytics, connect to the CRM, deploy, all of these things. But still, we ended up making mistakes. I'm going to first talk about the planning, how key features were, implemented in this whole headless CMS plan properly. But again, I'm also going to come back to the brutal mistakes that we did later. Now, if I can go on to the next one, which is the key features implemented in the headless CMS revamp. I'm sure all of you might know about all these things, might have done this, but obviously there are certain initiatives that we have done which you might also resonate to. Now let's start with content management and architecture. We set up the multi-environment setup, we role-based access permissions, custom content types, SEO stuff, SEO optimization tools into content editors, version controls, media management, a lot of other things. Similarly, we also looked at performance and technical enhancement, which includes the likes of SST, core web vitals, progressive web apps. When I speak about core web vitals, right, we make sure that we achieve at least 95 plus score in all those KPIs. Third being the security and compliance. Obviously, because the client was in healthcare, we had to look at enhanced security layer. We had to be HIPAA compliant with regards to encrypted data and data handling. Also set up the two-factor authentication and stuffs. When we go on to the next one, which is the integration and analytics, they wanted mixed panel integration for advanced user behavior. Obviously, Google Analytics was also there. CRM synchronization, heat mapping, all of these things were taken care. Apart from this, there were developer experience improvements, CI/CD pipelines, site script, component architecture, which I don't want to get into in detail. And in terms of marketing, there was A/B testing framework, form builder with HIPAA compliant, data collection, multi-language support, and all those other things. Now, let me just get into the important aspects of it, which was migration strategy and execution. But obviously, we also looked at the scalability and future proofing in terms of microservice architecture, API first approach. That's exactly what we concentrate as an organization when any clients come to us. The pre-migration planning was there, comprehensive content audit, SEO preservation strategy, including URL mapping and 301 redirect planning, because we had faced some issues about it before. Stakeholder training schedule, performance baseline, lines. All of these things were done in terms of content as well, right? Content, SEO, metadata preservation, custom field mapping for healthcare, content validation, and QA, ensuring that all the migrated content that were there were rendering correctly. In terms of testing in QA or be it technical implementation, right? We made sure that the legacy URL preservation was being done. Third-party integrations were taken care of. All of these things, including the DNS, domain management, all of these things were taken care into consideration. But even after all this, right, all of these things planned, well executed, I must say, but then we made these big three blunders, three major fuck ups, which costed us like a big client. I still cannot believe that we lost that client even after doing so many things because of a major screw up. So let me just come to the first one, which is the major mistake, the broken redirects and lost SEO equity. I think I think a lot of the clients don't emphasize on this, and a lot of the agencies don't look at this particularly, and end up making these mistakes that we have done. I think so many of you can relate to as broken redirects. I'm just going to come and talk about broken redirects right now because for the non-technical viewers, I just make them understand. These are the links that lead to error pages, right? Like when you click on those links, it leads to dead pages or error pages. Now, when you're doing migration, right, we understand the complexity of URL mapping. The client's old WordPress site had thousands of index pages, obviously. It had campaign URLs, it had backlinks from obviously healthcare authority sites. Instead of building a full one-on-one redirect map with automated testing, we covered only the main aspects of it. So, cut a few days, obviously Google de-indexed hundreds of URLs, campaign UTMs broke, and backlinks from the industry sites started pouring to 404. Oh, as a business, right, you would get irritated. As a SaaS business doing 50 million annual recurring revenue, this wasn't a small issue. It was pipeline crisis for them. Traffic fell 40%, inbound leads dried up. The CMO started calling us back to back, saying that you have burned all that we have done for so many years. And and I think that was the time when we had no answer because we knew we had done a critical fuck up there. A missed redirect strategy turned into like a multi-million dollar opportunity loss for them. For again a non-technical viewer, I just want to give you a very simple way of looking at this. Let's say Google is searching for something and it's not found the new address. So we had to map the new address, but we did not do it. So this mistake alone costed them around 1.5 million in the lost revenue in a few months. Of course, we did resolve it later, but mistake is a mistake at the end of the day. Now, when we look at the second mistake, which is the analytics and tracking failure, I mean, this was very petty of us because we set up Google Analytics mix panel late in the project. Events were firing, but we didn't baseline it against the WordPress Analytics. Post launch, only a few things were being tracked, like page views, but obviously a lot of the things like submission, sign up, demo requests weren't firing. Even if it was some firing, it was firing twice because of SSR, CSR issues, duplication. This means the client marketing team was at that back firing with the guns. They thought the campaigns weren't working. The sales team screamed because the inbound leads dropped. Finance got wrong revenue, obviously because of duplications. For it was not just about doing an error. It's just not just about losing the client. It was about the kind of incompetence that the client looked at us with. They thought that we weren't a team who could do things in the right fashion or in the right manner. So we broke trust at the board level. So for the non-technical viewers here, we broke the counters. Marketing thought the campaigns weren't working. Sales thought leads vanished. Obviously, pausing campaign, missing date costed them in revenue as well in terms of pipeline. So that was the second mistake. The third mistake is accessibility. Not a lot of them actually emphasize on this, but obviously this is one of the most key factors and key practices of designing and developing a digital product. When I say accessibility, the websites and apps are designed in such a way that they can be inclusive. Inclusive, when I say inclusive for people who have disabilities, older people, and those with different language and culture. So The site failed that basic WCAG check, which is like a standard compliance check that we do for accessibility. In healthcare, this is absolutely a very sensitive area that we're looking at. They lost obviously 0.5 to 1% potential users who couldn't complete forms, lost revenue of close to around potential fine. Lost revenue for close to around say $20K a month. That was like a pipeline revenue. Now, when you look at it from a longer perspective, obviously it's big. Like for 6 months, it is around 120K. Obviously, because there was a lot of compliance exposure, they could be fined as well. So if it was audited, so overall these mistakes was bringing a total impact of about 3.5 to around 4 million in potential revenue. The client was frustrated, but obviously chose to not file a lawsuit against us, which we are thankful for. But obviously, we had to end the partnership and refund the amount they had initially given us, like around 140K for the entire development that we did. They asked us for the entire refund, and we had to do it because we had big blunders. So, it was not about the money, but it was about the reputation. It became one of the toughest lessons that we learned as an agency, and that is one of the biggest mistakes from where we learned and we grew forward as an agency. So most reputed teams might not talk about this openly, but of course, this was during our early days, and that's exactly why I don't want agencies who are starting off, or anybody who's starting off, or even the clients, for the matter of fact, know that these are important at the end of the day. It's not just development, right? Today, we take compliance and technical details very seriously. Every member of our team is thoroughly trained for it. Now, then I'm gonna, link this blog for you guys, which talks about the critical risks and how it can be prevented. Please go through that. That'll be really helpful for you. My name is Vishen Parma, and I run this focus team called VSAM Tech, and we have been helping clients across the globe in doing a lot of the things on the headless space. You can see the clientele's here. We have clients from different industries, enterprise clients to small clients to medium scale clients. And these are some of our reviews and testimonials from clients who have been working with us. They speak highly about us. We work with 10 plus headless CMS. Composable commerce also is something that we work with. These are our Upwork profiles. You can go there and check our Upwork profiles. We are top rated, 100% job success, which is some of the validations that I can give you. Obviously, there are some stats. There are some other details here about different headless CMS, how big companies like Figma, DocuSign, Atlassian, all of them use CMSs, and how these different CMSs are being used. I've covered all of these things in different videos, where I also give you like details about how to choose a CMS, headless CMS as well, and you can go and check that out in my YouTube channel. But obviously, when we take development, we take compliance, all of these things at the utmost priority. At the same time, we take SEO also at the utmost priority. As an organization, we have cracked the SEO landscape right now. We've understood it has changed significantly in the last year, and with AEO, GEO, AIO coming in, obviously it is important you rank at every possible place. So we rank on different keywords, different intent-based keywords at different locations. Now, when you see here, we rank in the space of Next.js in New York as well, though we are based out of Bangalore. So we have done our due diligence and due work in the space of SEO, and we've helped a lot of our clients as well. And these are some of the numbers that I can show you, that how we have helped our clients. And so when you give us a development task, we make sure that this result is also taken care of. And these are some of the contact submissions that we get often on our emails, because people start searching for a certain keyword and they find us. Having said this, it was I'm going to repeat you that I'm going to put in some resources in the description. Please go through that. That'll be really helpful for you. If you can find different other things and different other information about headless space on my YouTube channel. You can also find link in the YouTube description. It covers most of the risk. This one, I think this is one of the important things that you have to go through. Now, The reason why we're putting this is also because we've made this mistake and we don't want anybody else to do that. Now we are among the top 1% headless experts in the space of CMS migration and in the space of headless CMS. And that's my story, a little about me and what we Same Tech stands for and what kind of mistakes we have done. We have free developer time of 20 hours. Please book a meeting with us. You capitalize and utilize that 20 hours. We can help you with your ideas, and we can also help you with any kind of things that you are doing in the space of headless CMS. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, subscribe, and like the video. Thank you.